Hey guys, I'm Coach Jay, and today we're going to talk about my sports journey and how this has prepared me to work with a lot of athletes today. And one of the things is when I was a kid, we had okay coaches, but we didn't have great coaches. We had compared to the guys that are out there now, there's no question. It's nothing even close to it. Many of these coaches today played college football or professional sports, and so their perspective was great, and they've gone through training systems and they know how to work with athletes, and so today's athlete has a lot of opportunities. But when I was a kid, there was no sports psychology. There weren't the same resources. And so what happened was, when I was a kid, all I knew is you just show up and you just go to work, and if you're not playing well, you just work harder, and you do that for 15-20 years in all aspects of your life, and you recognize that just doesn't work, that it's not just about working harder. And I find that today with a lot of clients is when they end up working too hard, and then they end up getting injured prior to me working with them. And then now we got to deal with recovery, which is a whole nother issue. But I think, with my sports journey, the frustrations that I had with not knowing what to do next, not how to get really outside of just practicing, playing after school, just going to practices and just living in a gym, living outdoors, playing backyard football, playing all these little sports. When you do that for so long, those are really the fun times. It's when you have to go to real practices with coaches yelling at you and all these things that we just weren't really prepared for that. Our experiences with playing just pickup games in backyard was awesome, and I really had to mature a lot to be able to appreciate what coaches were doing out there. And I think a lot of the kids today, they suffer through the same things, where they kind of, at a younger age, they're used to playing simple games with family, with neighbors, with friends. Then they might jump in on a soccer or 7-on-7 or volleyball, whatever it is. They start playing some kind of sport, and before you know it, they're really not having fun, and they start to check out. And once they check out, it's over. That, like, they're not